Some of the newest pickup trucks hitting the American market are arriving with a feature that sounds more like it belongs in a video game than a work vehicle. Electric boost mode. One button, one paddle, or one pedal press, and the truck suddenly delivers a surge of power far beyond its normal output. It's instant, it's aggressive, and it's starting a brand new horsepower arms race in the US truck world. The question is, why are American pickups getting electric boost modes? And what's really behind this push for short bursts of extreme power? To understand the shift, it helps to know how urgently US automakers are trying to redefine the modern truck. For decades, trucks competed on towing, payload, and engine displacement. But today's pickup market is changing fast. Buyers still want capability, but they also want speed, responsiveness, and high-tech features that feel exciting, not just practical. That's where Electric Assist comes in. Boost mode isn't an EV feature, it's a hybrid performance feature. It works by pairing a gas engine with an electric motor, not for better mileage alone, but for short, explosive bursts of torque. It's like giving the truck a second engine that lights up only when you need it, and Americans are responding strongly to that idea. The first reason boost modes are showing up is instant torque. Kurtikuni, the magic EV ingredient. Gas engines ramp up power gradually. Torque builds over RPM. But electric motors, they deliver full force instantly. In a pickup, that means stronger launches off the line, more confident highway merging, faster acceleration while towing, and better responsiveness in everyday driving. Truck buyers aren't just noticing the difference, they're asking for more of it. The second reason for the rise of boost mode is towing performance. Towing is the backbone of the American pickup identity, and electric motors fix a major problem towing creates: turbo lag. A trailer adds thousands of pounds and makes a truck slower to respond. Boost mode fills that gap. The electric motor kicks in exactly when the gas engine needs help, delivering a surge of torque that gets a heavy load moving effortlessly. It's not about speed for the sake of speed. It's about control under strain. The third reason is fuel efficiency under load. This is something most pickup buyers don't think about until it hits their wallet. A gas truck that normally gets 18 miles per gallon can drop to 8 or 10 miles per gallon when towing. Hybrids with electric assist and boost modes soften that drop by letting the electric motor handle the hardest moments. Hill climbs starts from a stop or quick accelerations. That means less fuel burned during the most demanding phases of driving. The fourth reason is the new truck culture power wars. Performance trucks are exploding in popularity. Supercharged V8s, off-road monsters, Baja-inspired builds, and street-focused muscle trucks. But regulations are making big gas engines harder to build. Automakers can't ignore emission standards, fuel economy targets, and environmental rules. Electric boost modes offer a loophole, a way to deliver huge power spikes while keeping overall emissions under control. This is why some of the most powerful modern pickups don't rely on large displacement engines anymore. They rely on electric torque. The fifth reason, hybrid systems are now affordable enough to scale. A few years ago, adding a hybrid powertrain to a full-size truck would have made it way too expensive. Now battery prices are dropping, electric motors are more compact, and hybrid components are more efficient. This lets automakers add boost functionality without pushing prices into luxury ranges. And for manufacturers fighting for market share in the brutally competitive truck segment, offering a noticeable performance upgrade at a reasonable price is a huge win. The sixth reason is competition among brands. If one truck offers boost mode, others have to match it. If one truck advertises a higher combined torque rating, rivals have to respond. If one truck gets praised for instant acceleration while towing, the rest of the market notices. This is exactly how America ended up with turbocharged trucks. The US auto industry just made a surprising move, one that completely flips the narrative we've heard for years. For more than a decade, the message was clear: the future is electric, full stop. But suddenly, something very different is happening behind the scenes. Automakers across America are tapping the brakes on pure EV production, while stepping hard on the gas for hybrid models. It's a shift almost nobody predicted, and it reveals a major reality check inside the industry. So why is this happening? Why are US car makers slowing down EV production yet accelerating hybrid development at the fastest pace in years? To understand the switch, it helps to start with demand. Car companies expected EV sales to skyrocket year after year, but something changed, and not quietly. Growth didn't stop, but it slowed significantly. Instead of doubling, EV sales started leveling off. Instead of long waitlists, dealerships began stacking up unsold EV inventory. It wasn't because Americans suddenly disliked electric cars. The issue was much more practical. EV ownership still doesn't feel accessible to the average driver. The first major factor behind the pivot is price. Even with discounts, most EVs still sit above $45,000, some much higher. Americans want electric cars, but they also want affordability, and that gap hasn't closed fast enough. Hybrids, meanwhile, fit perfectly in the middle. They offer massive fuel savings without the sticker shock. A hybrid SUV can cost thousands less than a comparable EV, and that difference matters for families trying to stretch a budget. The second factor is charging infrastructure. A lot of Americans simply can't charge at home. Renters, apartment dwellers, people in older neighborhoods, towns with no public chargers, regions with slow electrical upgrades. You can't convince someone to buy an EV if they have nowhere to plug it in. Hybrids dodge that problem entirely. Drivers get electric benefits without needing any new infrastructure. No chargers, no range anxiety, no planning around plugs, just fuel efficiency that feels like an electric assist when you need it. The third factor comes from the factory floor itself. Automakers invested billions into EV production, battery plants, new platforms, new supply chains. But reality hit hard. Scaling EV manufacturing takes time, specialized materials, stable supply chains, and enormous power demands. Hybrid systems? They're easier to build. They use existing parts, existing platforms, and existing factories. They can be ramped up quickly without redesigning everything from scratch. For a company trying to stay profitable in a volatile market, building hybrids is simply the safer move right now.